So I'm really excited about this look. I saw a picture of this, but I also had the idea of Batman's mask, the way it's structured. It's very geometric, so kind of that idea of like a cut gem kind of look, but in the shape of like his mask and everything. So I'm going to be doing that. I think I'll be able to show you a shot of the sketch that I did for this. I did also have a sketch for my Spidey gal look, which I did last time. Stretching out of frame! I'm back. But since I had drawn it, I had lost it, so unless I find it, I'm gonna have to draw it again just to have it, you know, just to look back and everything. I have like a whole folder of looks, but right now I'm trying to do like a superhero slash villain kind of series. And then I'll go on to some other things that I'll reveal to you in the future. Alright, and we're back. I have my pencil sharpened. I'm also listening to a little bit of music because music is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to outline everything here. So, first we're going to do kind of like 3 triangles. We're going to go right to the tip of the nose. I'm going to do just a little bit under the eyes. Before I had it really down, and it just doesn't look right, so we're going to do that. Alright. So I'm going to go at the tip of my nose, and then I'm going to go to that little crevice where your nose kind of like goes in. We're going to play connect the dots. I've always wanted to do that. Alright, and then let's see here. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go directly beyond and at the end of the corner of my eye. Don't want the point to be above the point of the nose. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just connect these, and then maybe I'll have a better idea of what I want. I'm gonna try something here. I have a piece of tape. Just for the moment idea. Because your nose isn't flat. Am I pretty? Alright. I'm gonna just make a line here. Alright, and bring that point down a little, a little bit below here. So that your nose is shaped. And everyone's nose is going to be different, but because of the curve, it's going to change the way that a straight line looks. So depending on your face, dots may be different. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to have the dot a little bit lower and do it right beyond my pupil. So like that. And again, we're going to connect. This time I don't need no tape. Well, maybe I do, but I just don't feel like using that. Okay. And then we're gonna do another line kind of up to your ear. Oh yeah, so unlike last time, I have not done this look before. So you're on the journey with me. We're gonna see how it looks. If it turns out horribly, I'll just have to do another video. But hopefully it'll be okay. Because what's fun about creating is that, I mean, obviously nothing's going to turn out perfectly, especially when you're executing something from your mind, even from a drawing to your face, because you don't know how it's going to feel to actually, because this canvas that you're using, it's ramped, it's not flat, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But you experiment, and if you come up with something different, just go with it, and it may not be what you originally intended, but it's still going to look pretty cool. So find wherever, like some people's jawlines are different, but the idea is that it goes down, then in, and then to the chin. You can kind of feel where the hinge is. Well, actually the hinge is up by your ear. But if you close your teeth together and you just kind of squeeze, you can feel where it connects down here. I'm not too clear on anatomy, but for me, I feel it right here. So I'm gonna do it right there. Okay. And then go to the corners of your mouth, right here, and curve it just slightly. Okay. So that is the job. I'm gonna give myself a unibrow. It's gonna curve here, just like that. And then we're gonna keep that curve going up to, I don't know, this part right here. Kind of the end of your forehead. And then what I'm going to be doing here is representing the ears. I mean, also on his mask it does have the points here that leads up to the ears, but since I'm not doing ears, we're going to kind of imitate that look down here and really show that off. I'm going to curve. Alright, so it's going to look something like that. Okay, so because I'm getting into here and there's not much room, I'm going to use a brush so I can get into those fine lines without going out, whereas with the sponge I couldn't really do that. Oh yeah, that's nice. What I'm going to do is take my brush here and just kind of go back over and kind of smudge it because I want it to kind of fade into this eye area here. Okay, so now we're going to get into more detail now that we're all colored in with the basic layout here. So I'm going to start with the nose. We're going to be using a little bit of highlights with white to help with the shapes and geometric and 3D of everything here. So yeah, let's go with that. And then, so that's going to be our white. In the center, I'm probably going to bring it in a little bit more. The white that I'm using isn't going to be fully white, it's going to be blended. Because if you were to look at like a black gemstone or whatever, it'd be lighter, but it's still black, it's just the way that the light hits it and everything. So I'm going to kind of mimic the shape I have here. It's a little bit smaller inside. Okay, this is starting to look like something. I decided to color in a little bit of the eyebrow just to really give that angular look that Batman has. And I also brought these in, just kind of took my brush, didn't add any makeup, but just kind of blended and smudged because we're going to do some nice little intricate designs there. Itchy nose! I'm going to start in the middle and then we'll go out so that we have a nice fading look here. You know, I'm glad I didn't go with that black line because it helps give it a little bit of color so it's not just white and then black. Use the side of your brush to make even thinner lines. Just gonna go light and then go in. Bring that little black color that I have at the end there and just kind of blend it in here. Let's go back with and give more definition, do lighter and darker and shading and all that stuff. And then we're just gonna go and just blend it out. We're gonna do the same thing to the sides of the nose. Start in the center and then go out. So the nose is gonna be a little bit tricky because of all the stuff going on in the shading. But what I'm doing is I went back with white to kind of highlight and give depth to everything. And then I went back with my black and I'm just kind of dabbing back there because I do want that like that crisp cut edges, but I don't want it to look just like it's painted on. So there's a little bit of fading, but not so much that it smudges. So I've just been going back with that. So now I'm gonna do a cut here. So I'm gonna go there, not all the way in because that's gonna be a kind of the corner where everything kind of meets. You'll see. Alright, so we're gonna go from here, kind of just below your eye. That's kind of like your guideline here. And it's gonna kind of just... And again, you want to make sure you have those deep, straight lines. Yeah, there we go. Then we're gonna go kind of from this point here. And just like that. Yay! And make a little line here. That kind of connects the two. And make those really bright. So not too thick, but really white. Then you're just kind of gonna brush it out. using your eyebrows kind of as a guide is where to go, just kind of above that. We're not gonna go all the way to the top, but near it. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna kind of connect to this part here. We're gonna do another one kind of below it. Connect this to the end of your eyebrow. And you're gonna do that. And for this, you want to make the points a little bit thicker. All I'm doing is pretty much just shading in, going back for the colors, and if you ever mess up and things don't look quite right, like right now I'm not too happy about this being all together, you can always go back and redefine those lines. So yeah, just kind of see what happens and make it work for you as you go along. Alright, that's looking more like it. See, whenever I make it where there's like, it's like a three-way intersection, things connect, I like that center to be a little bit bigger to give it that flat kind of surface. Okay, so we did that. So now is going to be the really fun and intricate part. We're going to do a bunch of little cuts right along here. Because the problem I'm facing, or the challenge, is that itchy nose. I have an itchy nose. And there's makeup on it which makes it itchy and hot, so I hate my brush really quickly gets muddied up with the white and the black kind of mixing together. And when I just have, you know, like all white on my brush but I go over black, it will soon turn to gray. So it's important not to go over the same area too many times. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do a bunch of little triangles here. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Then we're gonna go back with our black. So I'm just kind of using the edge of my brush, a flat edge, and I'm just kind of dab and go around. That seems to be enough in this little small space. And you see up here how I didn't fully connect all the triangles? That's because, again, it's the idea of transitioning into the face. So later on we'll just fade that in. So it looks a little bit like that. Gonna get off this excess makeup and just dab that in. So I finished up with that. I also did the detail on the chin here. So now we're gonna go on to the eyes, which is gonna be really fun because we get to use some of that gold now. So this is kind of nice yellow ochre color here. I know the lighting's a little bit already kind of gold and weird, but hopefully you get an idea of that. So it'll just kind of be the base, and then we'll be able to go back over with other colors. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go over the whole eyelid and up to the brow area here. I'm gonna go a little bit into the eyebrow area. Yeah, you really want to go in the eyebrow to give it that nice arched look and just to help emphasize the lines going on here. It's gonna go right up to that corner there. And if you have dark eyebrows like mine, it would help to start with a lighter base, like a white, but I ain't got time for that. Alright, so what we're gonna do is take translucent powder and just dab over this. Now we're going to go into the crease of the eye with some black powder. I'm going to use a little shimmery one. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's so shimmery, guys. It's so shimmery. I won't show you now, but I'm just gonna take a black eyeliner and go all the way around. I'm gonna put some yellow below here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the lips. I'm gonna start with this kind of purplish, pinkish purplish lipstick. Am I? Oh yeah, I am. I'm doing purple to pay homage to the early Batman comics where he kind of had like that purple suit. Later on in the years he has turned more towards black. I took a little bit of purple cream, go like that, make it a little darker. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of our gold or yellow and kind of go in the center. Dab in the center, and I'll go back with our powder. And I'm gonna do the outer parts with a black. I want to go into the inner corners of the lip here. You're kind of gonna treat it like a lip liner. And the only thing I mean by that is they're kind of going on the outsides here. And bringing it in. So on the top we're going to make the black thicker in the middle, on the bottom we're going to make it thicker on the edge. Alright, so this is the final look. So I went over with the gold shimmer powder stuff, did the lips, and I went back with my white and just made these lines pop and everything. Did a little bit of smoky eye, and that is it. So now I'm going to take a bunch of pictures so I can find the perfect one to post onto media. So thank you so much for watching. Again, sorry I couldn't take you through everything and that this is a long video, but I think it's kind of fun to kind of go along and see how things work because, you know, everything is just kind of an exploration. It's not perfect, but it's fun to just to accept the challenge and see what happens and the changes that are made. But I'm really, really happy with how this came out. It looks really cool, a little bit more awesome than I expected it to be. Yeah, this is my first time doing it. Not to toot my own horn, but honk. Wow, that was so lame. Yeah, I think it came out pretty well. Hopefully the concept that I was trying to go for comes across. And so thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give this a like, and I will see you next time. Bye!